Hello children, welcome to Standard 8 ICSE Biology classes. Today we'll continue with the chapter Transport in Plants. We'll discuss about two topics. One, transport of food and also about absorption of water by roots. Let's begin with the first subtopic, transport of food. You know that during photosynthesis, the plants produce their own food as glucose, which is stored in the form of starch. This starch is transported in the form of sucrose solution through the phloem upwards and downwards to all parts of the plant, including its roots. This is also called translocation of solutes or food. Now, let's study about water absorption by the roots. Plants require water and minerals for its proper functioning, and it is absorbed by the roots from the soil. Let's first study the structure of root before we study how the roots help in absorbing water and minerals from the soil. The root system of plants consists of a main root, which gives out lateral branches which are called the lateral roots. The lateral roots bear a large number of fine outgrowths called the root hairs. Now, let's study the structure of root hair. Root hair is a long protuberance or extension of an epidermal cell of the root. As it is a plant cell, its outer wall is the cell wall and the inner membrane is the cell membrane. The outer cell wall is rigid and the inner cell membrane encloses the nucleus, cytoplasm and its contents. The cell wall is said to be freely permeable as it allows all the substances to pass through it, whereas the cell membrane is semi-permeable. It allows the water molecules to pass through it but prevents the entry of larger molecules. This feature of the cell membrane facilitates the movement of water molecules from the soil into the root cells. Now, let's know what are the speciality of root hairs to absorb water. The first one is the enormous root hairs provide a large surface area for greater absorption of water and minerals. The root hairs contain cell sap which is of a higher concentration than the surrounding soil water. And the cell wall is freely permeable and the cell membrane is semi-permeable. Now, let's understand the nature of a semi-permeable membrane using this diagrammatic representation. The semi-permeable membrane lies between water on one side, that is side A, and the strong sugar solution on the other side B. While the sugar solution has a higher concentration of sugar molecules, there are no sugar molecules in water. In other words, we can say that side A containing only water molecules is a dilute solution, whereas side B containing sugar solution is a concentrated solution. Because in side B, the water molecules are comparatively less and sugar molecules are more. After a while, it will be observed that the level of water on side A decreases and the level of sugar solution on side B increases. This occurs because water molecules which are more on side A have moved across to side B where they are less in number. And such movement of water molecules from a dilute solution to a concentrated solution across a semi-permeable membrane is known as osmosis. With this, we come to an end of our today's session. Now, it's time for home assignment. Thank you.